all the star signs on this planet. Welcome to my weekly pick-a-pile love reading following a divine comedy book. Today we are in the Paradise, chapter 7, and I have took a huge challenge to talk about twin flames and journey of the twin flame connection. So welcome. If anybody here is wanting to understand better the twin flame connection, hopefully today we find answers. I'm using my spread having this 4 card position. And for example, we will also get advice in the center. I will place those advice cards that are over here in this envelope in the beginning of every reading. And then we get advice. And it's interesting thing, I'm going to use, of course, the Naudhiz oracle. It's mentioned in my icon. This is a new deck. I bought it. I gifted myself this Valentine at Tarot Leonard. Who knows how I'm going to use this in the future, but this is now giving you the advice for spiritual growth in twin flame connection. So this is an important deck in this reading. And then I'm using this alchemy, the wild unknown alchemy, to give you less and more. What you need less in a twin flame connection and what you need more. It's an interesting lesson itself to need to, like, it's good to see what actually I should now focus more. Chandru is here. Welcome. Hello, Sado. Today I'm hearing more on twin flame journey and connections. Yeah, we are diving deep into. And okay, for anybody now new in this channel, this is a pick-a-pile reading. So let me show these piles. So then I read the divine comedy cards and we go forward. So to select, you have to now start kind of using your intuition, and I give you an option to practice this every week. So here we have first Ingwaz rune. This can be base of your selection as well, root chakra. The first card is this 9 of Pentacle. And this is so below deck, like a normal shadow stories in everyday life. And we will use this in the twin flame reading. Then pile 2 is my own deck. There is a rose, fate makes all possible. And this beautiful rare third eye chakra crystal. And okay, maybe I show them momentarily like this. It's nice. And then this is a new rune for me. It's called, I have to look the name. It is Naudhiz. Oh, is it? Yes, it's Naudhiz. And then pile number 3, heart chakra. Interesting twin flame connection with the heart. And justice card. But this is like a rivalry, like a hunting a woman. Like this is like 3 different men trying to get the woman. So it's interesting. Interesting story about this justice card, but this is the third one. This is really random. Like I put these decks on the table, then I decided to make the preview, and then I turn it, and indeed these are the first cards. But your rune pile number 3 is Laguz. It has been once before in my reading. And it's this Laguz, a bit like a love, yeah, heart chakra and Laguz. So let's go. First thing in my reading, we go to read this divine comedy Paradise 7. 7 is of course a number, such a lucky number that I would say like it's such a love related number, because it's like, okay, 7 chakras. When you all activate this kundalini energy, you are kind of getting full in your power, for sure. Get this all all energy in you activated, as well 7th heaven, 7 colors in the rainbow as well. There's so many 7 things that are like very destiny kind of stuff. So I think as a number, even fitting to the twin flame reading is totally like a fitting. Chandru say, I strongly believe that universe would guide me and give me more clarity. Yes, and this is the card I accidentally saw now This is of course, I'm always doing time and space my reading, and Valentine times, these cards are being sold. But I was like, oh my god, like I already had done the icon for this reading, and this is totally like a manifesting the ultimate twin flame love story. I mean, you can of course do this, but it's such a like a beautiful portal in a sense of like a heart. And our heart is a portal, of course. If you really activate our heart, it's amazing powers there, what we can get done, and then live in true alignment and stuff. But now let's read Divine Comedy Paradise Canto 7. It's a long one. So this is titled Adam's Fall and the Big Bang. Dante's discussion of earthly justice with Justinian on the planet Mercury prompts questions about divine justice. Pilgrim Dante asks, how can a just punishment be justly punished? In other words, if it was just to kill Christ, how can it have been just to punish the Jews for killing Christ? The answer comes by retelling of the fundamental Christian narrative. The story of how Adam sinned and how Christ died to redeem Adam's sin. Paradise 7 offers a theological discussion of the process through which we become different from God and unlike God. Adam damned himself by accepting no limits to his will. In damning himself, Adam damned all his progeny. As a result, mankind lived in a great error until it pleased the second person of the Trinity, and Trinity is the Word of God, to descend, to unite to himself the human nature that had so distanced itself from God. Hence, God became man in the person of Christ. With the crucifixion, God was pleased that human beings were justly punished, and the Jews were pleased because they considered blasphemous Christ's claim to be Son of God and Messiah. Dante doesn't understand why God willed our redemption to take place the way he chose. Beatrice explains that God created humans directly without mediation. Verses 64 to 66 in Divine Comedy. It's medieval description of the Big Bang. God is old, but the things he creates are new. With the sin we lost our gifts, which caused us to fall from our nature of nobility. We will never return to our original dignity unless we fill where sin has emptied. That can be done either God forgiving us or by humans on our own paying back the debt. God's two methods are mercy and justice. There is no greater event in all of the time than the one in which God gives himself in order to raise mankind back up to the position from which we fall. So that is very much like a theological preaching in this Paradise Canto 7, but maybe somebody needs to hear about this kind of stories too. So this is that, and now whoever chose the pile number 1, we start. Put this aside. Of course, you are welcome to see all of these piles. This is just also for me a magical moment to see what comes, because I pull everything live. So we start with this, and I think this whole spread, before I do it, I start picking the advice for spiritual growth, and we set this envelope ready for this Twin Flame Journey reading. So the first one, advice card we see in the end, is from the Anubis Oracle. What is it? We don't see it yet, so we put it in the envelope. Ta-da! And the next thing will be this new deck, Tarot of Leonard. We get a little message from here. That will be the advice for spiritual growth for pile number 1. Okay, we got 2. Can they be like in this order? So we know they are like that. Then we have less and more. So pile number 1, what you need less, what your twin flame connection needs less. This one. This less we put in this angle. And what you need more. This twin flame connection, what you need more. Interesting, there's 2 cards coming. I have to take the second one, okay. So you have 3 things you need more, like 2 things more, okay. So this will be now. Move this close. Put this weight in here. This will be your advice. Oh my god. I'm not so good with these cards. Oh my god. Okay. So this here. And now I will also take you a love card from here. We start with this. And remind you that if you subscribe, in the end of this whole reading, I will pick 1 question from the audience also. So pile number 1 is current feelings of your person. Okay, let's see. Okay, I took a lot. Start with this lovey-dovey messages before we go to the spread. So, yeah, stay there. Maybe we keep this here. It's nice to see this heart on the table too. So, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not. Kurt Cobain. Yeah, Chandru, I'm the only one watching this. Maybe this, I hope I put the tags. That sometimes I forget, like I don't put enough the hashtags. But anyway, I'm glad, Chandru, you're here. But of course, is there some other people commenting? I think it's just Chandru. But you have to be subscribed to comment. This is here. Ah, you are like a gift. It's very nice. It is very true in the twin flame connection. There is in a lot of gifts, because there is this kind of polarity created. And one of the gifts I've heard is age difference. That's kind of interesting gift, because it is like, it creates a lot of polarity, for example. So that is what I know about twin flame connection. Sometimes the age difference is big in twin flame connection. Then we have Self-Control by Laura Branigan. Oh, the night is my world. City light, painted girl. In the day nothing matters. It is the night time that flatters. In the night no control. Through the wall, something breaking. Wearing white as you walk down the street of my soul. Another night, another day goes by. I don't know, there is some kind of like, yeah, I guess there's this feeling of like an endless night. Somehow like the days just go by. Ah, Chandru says, yes, we both have 13 years of age difference. So indeed, you are currently handling possibly even age difference. And this gift here, you are like a gift. This is a good thing. Like if there is like thing about the older twin in the twin flame connection can become the guide and advisor and the wiser person, and the younger one gives this energy and like a sense of liveliness to the relationship. Like the old can like learn also from that. So that's why it's sometimes happening, because it creates such a big change even in society when there is this kind of connections that are like big age gap. But anyway, there is this saying that was now studying a little bit more twin flame connection to understand better to do this reading even, that like it is just one twin flame you got. Like it can be like in different lifetimes, but it is just often like the others are like a soulmate, but it's just one twin. If you meet, that can be very strong and like a kind of explosive also, because there can be this runner and chaser energy going on. If you are not ready to that kind of, okay, match made in heaven, 100% yes, action now or never, intention, dream, relationship, feeling aligned. Of course, I don't know now, like, is this is feel, let's say, like, because this current feelings of partner, this could be even your feelings in the relations, because I feel like Chandru, you are much more like this, like a masculine is much more like this kind of arrow, and you are even Sagittarius. So I think there could be both feelings now showing. This is feelings in the twin flame relationship. This reading is a bit special. It's like feelings inside the twin flame relationship, I would rather say. Because usually I take it like a current feelings, but this is like feelings in the container. So both of them can have them. I had this dream and I really wanted to be a star. And I was almost a monster in the way that I was really fearless with my ambitions, Lady Gaga. Okay, there can be really this career thing, but of course, like, interesting, like, there is even the concept of divine timing in the twin flame connection, because the older twin had more time even to learn some stuff, and it's almost like, I don't know who is having these career competitions, or is it the younger twin, but those career moves can indeed take time away from the relationship. Yes, Chandru, you are Sagittarius and you have really like this here. I don't know if you picked the pile number 1, but you are here, so maybe your energy shows. And we have here, loving yourself is complete when you choose vulnerability over safety. Loving yourself begins with celebrating yourself. I see this is most likely even like advice from the spirit for both of the person in the twin flame connection. It's not just like, it's valid to remember this. We have to love ourselves before we can give ourselves to others. We have to be like a ready to love, the heart open and so on. Anyway, these are current feelings inside the twin flame connection. Now I will mix this card, and I mean, yes, of course, part of the reading is this rune. Let's start with the rune, because this has to be said. What is this bringing into this? Ingwaz. So pile number 1's twin flame connection and Ingwaz. Element water. Deity is Freyr and god of rain. Freyr and brother and sister and Freya. Rising sun and fertility is related to this as well. This is about gods, growth, change, common sense, completion and expansion. Tarot would be judgment and the emperor. Jupiter in Capricorn, astrology, and moon in the 4th house, Jupiter, new moon, and black moon. Then Ingwaz symbolizes the ancient Germanic god of fertility. Ing or Ingwaz describes an inner fire that lies dormant in every human being. Interesting that this is like an inner fire, and we're talking about twin flame connection, very like a fiery stuff. It may take time for this fire to awaken and the spark to flash over to the person. But once the fire ignites, it can hardly go out. Ingwaz represents growth, harvest, peace, and prosperity, as well as reflection and meditation. To the seeker of advice, this rune gives the advice to give yourself enough time to solve a problem or a complicated task. Because after the stressful time, the advice seeker can return to calmer moments. With regards to the future, Ingwaz says that an obstacle can be overcome, but you need time. The fire of Ingwaz brings spiritual fulfillment to man and makes him progress steadily. Ingwaz also points one to the fact that one must let the past rest. What has happened, and one can only free oneself from it by letting go. The only thing can influence is the present. This is where we stand and let the fire flare up. Ingwaz is also often used by magical circles and creatures as a protective circle, which is especially used in rituals. Interesting. I'm kind of making you, this is kind of always like a ritualistic, this kind of sacred space. It's kind of asking you to honor kind of any kind of like rituals or sacred space. So indeed, Chandru, you're on the light base. Good podcast. Greetings, love. Yes, welcome. Another one in life. My crew, my regulars are here. Good. But we are starting with this root chakra pile. Is of course mother in an empowered state, very fertility. If this was fertility related, the mother is of course creativity, fertility, but the downside can be victim. So there might be this kind of feeling like letting the world get to you that you are not powerful, because if you really see you got everything in this life, like this twin flame journey is often really to deeply understand the divine timing. Like it's almost like if you start to live this kind of spiritual life, every single moment has like a lesson and a meaning, and somehow then it's not about being a victim, it's becoming a victor of that moment you are living. So it's reminder, like a mother also is such a like a creator, like so powerful, and then you would think you are weak. You got so much. So this is here, and this is really like I see like a kind of mom figure as well here, looking like, where is the twin flame? All these gnomes are coming. I mean, I kind of see this Nine of Pentacles, of course, independent woman, and this kind of very like a hard worker, able to get house in order and everything. But it's almost like this Snow White story, because all these gnomes are here. But yeah, it's a very good omen to this reading. But maybe it was already said in this rune that patience is really a virtue. So even this person has to wait the guest coming. They might be late, like the twin flame is kind of having that divine timing, and it's kind of frustrating, like, okay, what does it mean? When is that divine timing? But understanding every moment is anyway like a gift. So you have to create your own happiness, of course, also. You cannot always project everything to other people. So it is almost like your own base comes first in this card. Yeah, number 9 is here, yes, and that is Chandru's birthday. So that's kind of like for you, kind of very personal if you are following this pile. But this one, let's mix now. We are going into this reading. If Jessica was not here, I was putting in this envelope all the advice cards from here. So this we will look in the end from the spirit as advice to this twin flame. So now we do my spread that is brand new, I've not used before. I'm excited to use it. I really love to create this kind of spreads that can give us certain kind of guidance. So first is, so of course this rose can be reversed, but this would be the person who is watching now, that your role in this twin flame relationship and strengths and weaknesses and what you offer. But if this, the other one is the other person, can be that is opposite, but still, because I'm talking maybe a little bit like a female aspect often, because I'm a woman. Yes, I remember your birthday. It's 9th of December. I have so few audience, I'm able to remember. But no, okay, there is a lot of readings I also can't remember. Let's go. So your role in this relationship, and then we take their role in your life. So the other twin, lesson or challenges they bring. Then we have here the third one is the spiritual lesson in your current twin flame journey. That's kind of important as well. And then we have obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or to recognize your twin flame. So these are very simple cards. We start. Let's see the couple energy. Interesting. 6 and 9. So let's say, let's look them together, because that is the twin flame connection here, creating that polarity. So other side is like your relationship. It is like a nostalgic, looking for the family. Of course, I know that Chandru has an ex-wife and a child. This would be the mother person celebrating the birthday or any kind of tea party. This is Scorpio card also, very going deep into this kind of lost innocence. So your role in the relationship, strength and weakness, is what you offer, would be to remember. Remembering in the spiritual practice is such like shamans do that. They remember, like they remember even that remember the broken body parts back together. So you have this kind of golden memory to remember the beautiful moments. Yeah, this is I'm Jessica asked, does this apply to singles? I'm confused on the twin flame. Yes, for me, twin flame reading is a new topic to make, but what I was just saying, like, it doesn't, twin flames can be like even existing in the world, that would be your twin flame, and it is just like that would be really the ultimate, like a reflection from the mirror. That would be your person, giving you completely this kind of like a ultimate destiny. Like they are like bringing all the life out of you, that it's kind of your life path. Like you feel like that is such alignment to be in contact with that person. So it's kind of, soulmate are many, but twin flame is just one. It's almost like really like a triggering relationship, even because this is talk about chaser, runner and chaser. So it can be very passionate. Let's say like these two flames have separated from one, and they are originally like a one person, and they are like living this life to find each other. So this is really this kind of mystical story about twin flames, that they are like a same flame. But originally, I think it's like my mom said in the wedding speech for my brother when he got married, was that like similar kids play well. And maybe it's the type of dreams that you both had as a child, or you had something, you have something with the values, something in your life that really deeply connects you, to make you feel like that's my person. Like there is nobody else like that, one in a million, that person. The twin flame connection is that kind of connection, that there's nobody like that person that makes you step up or live your life in a way you would never do without them. But anyway, I took this challenge to do these twin flame readings because I have not been doing them many. Maybe this third one I do. So anyway, this would be now 9 on the other side, 9 of Wands. Interesting for the Chandru's case that I see, just giving guidance, like 9 is your number. This is Sagittarius card as well, and here is rather like the woman. Even this is, but just fastly looking, I would say like that's like a Chandru and the wife. But no, Jessica is something else possibly. If anybody takes this reading to make their own, that's the connection in this particular twin flame. I will have now 3 readings, so let's see what is coming out, but that's the first pile. Sandro said, when you opened those cards, my phone battery percentage was 69. Oh my god, what is that alignment? Oh my god, that is coincidence. I heard 69 is a twin flame number, also 96. So then Sandro knows a little bit more about twin flame connection than I do. So this is like a indeed confirmation that your connection is like twin flame, because it's even 69. Wow. Okay, actually yes, of course, if you think about essay exposition. God, I think it's, I mean, sorry I started laughing, but it is very twin flame like essay exposition, I would say. Yes, but of course it's kind of like a Cancer stew. Somebody who's a Cancer watching this, totally like a Cancer symbol, but this interesting. So this one here is your role in the relationship, strength and weakness, what you offer. So really able to remember this kind of innocent, let's say, golden, like a unconditional love that the parents have to their kids, and here their role in your life, lessons or challenges they bring. This is endurance. This is somebody who doesn't give up. It's almost like the candles will never burn off. There is forever like a fire. So that's why even Chandru, I think this is your side, because you have the number 9, plus you are the really like a fire bringer, the Sagittarius. But this is interesting that there is almost like a magician table aside. It's interesting image that the work is put aside, like and now is like dreaming about the relationship, because he's sitting there with like a more like a leisure. So there is this quality time. Their role in the relationship, able to appreciate the quality time, lesson challenge they bring. Maybe there is so much passion that can be like somebody has said this sentence to me, that if the fire is too much, it like burn all the football field fast, and or the sun when it's very 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 bright, or like even when I lived in Italy, they had to water always at night the grass, because otherwise every single park would just get like a very dry grass. So there is this need for balance, like it's so much fire in the work or in the relationship with them, with a huge passion burning, and do you really can live that way, that always so passionate? I don't know, but it's almost like a quality of the time versus that this is also kind of beautiful moment, but much more family oriented. This is much more self peace and this kind of self love, because the person is alone, while this is really like the unconditional love. So these are brought here. Unconditional love is a strength here, definitely. Weaknesses, what would be too much hang on the past and what happened in the past. Challenge of the fire element. There is, of course, I know a lot of kind of related to this Eastern mysticism is like you could go about it with the Tai Chi movement, for example. And how do you calm the fire? You walk very slowly. You take this kind of slow walk. You slow everything down, because fire is quick. Fire burns fast. So you indeed has to calm it down a little bit. Yes, Chandru, yes, I did a great research on twin flame journey, and thank you for that, because then I can benefit, because I'm kind of new of doing this reading, and I just wanted to dive into this because it's very interesting. Now, this is the people, okay, we are talking ages about this, but what a thing that is the number of the twin flame. So it's a confirmation that is what is happening here. Then the spiritual lesson in your current twin flame journey. So current, like, oh my God, Ace of Cup. So this is love. Spiritual lesson you're going like a Graal. What is true love? That is the lesson. And how beautiful is that just underneath that 6 of Cup that is. Now I see even my birthday, 1st of June here. So that's also for me like a personal, like, oh my God, 1st of June, my birthday. Because family is very important for me. Like I really love to be with my family during my birthday. But it is, anybody can take anything this, but this is the biggest beginning of love. And I think I read that from the book, because this is the spiritual lesson, is to understand what is true love. How beautiful is the reading to have this coming on here. Like, your lesson is really to understand what is the true love about. Because this is a safety and security. We are here about home, shelter, food, work, really ordinary thing. This is not yet heart chakra. We are getting there in the third pile. But this is totally heart chakra opening, and it opens with the pain, because it is not easy to be that loving. In our world, it's everything is going faker and faker by the moment. All this EI, everything is pushing us to the fake, while that is the real love. And that is said to be in this twin flame connection, that you really experience the real love, like in the pain and in the joy, all of it. And that's the love, like it's all of it. It's not just like heart feels all of it. Yeah, and you have 11 o'clock, but yeah, amazing. Spiritual lesson. I'm gonna read from this book. Wow. What a stuff. I'm happy to pull this kind of cards, but I have also some spirit guides presents here, so I'm thanking all my dead relatives who are wanting to be here helping other people too. I kind of love people so deeply that I love them still when they are past. So I believe they are still with us. It's a beautiful thing. They can be our guides. And currently, looks like they are always here helping me. My grannies and my dead relatives. Oh my god, where is this thing? It's difficult to find from this book. Here. So, the spiritual lesson in your current twin flame journey. A gift of divine love is offered. Wow, you had that current feeling in your relationship was also, you are like a gift. And I told this is age gap in classic relationship, that is very much like the age gap gives that gift as well. But anyway, so I say again, a gift of divine love is offered. If it's accepted, the loving energy flows through the recipient, enhancing his life. An opportunity for an emotional experience or growth. Wow. And it's in the spiritual lesson. You can have growth in love. Wow, how beautiful is that? As a lesson. Growing in love. And now we go to these obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or to recognize your twin flame. And maybe if Jessica is still here, you might be doubting, is this your twin flame? Now we have a confirmation. This pile this is twin flame. There is this lesson of love. And what we have 7. This is a nice, interesting thing, because this is often secrets. 7 of Swords, obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. Yes, some scheming or secrets are stopping. There's some paper, somebody doing something that is maybe even not legal. I don't know, like it is, what is that? This is usually to steal the knives from the enemy's camp. And kind of can be very painful thing too. So obstacle could be even the pain and trauma, because pain and trauma is really something that makes us like a not see clear. We become like a in a fog, like we are kind of in the fog. We need clarity. I would immediately say that this obstacle, you need clarity. You need clarity of some secrets. You are not given enough information, and that is creating this obstacle. Or doubts, like you are suspecting something fishy is going on, but who knows? This says now 7 of Swords, obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. Trust can be breached in many ways. When we take what is not meant for us, we are behaving in a way that is counter to the truth. Because like attracts like, beautiful to say in the twin flame connection, like attracts like if you are good, you most likely attract good. So you shouldn't be like suspicious of that. Because like attracts like, expressing untruthful energy attracts the same and creates more in the world. Whatever we create, we are responsible for. divinatory meaning, someone taking something that doesn't belong to them. That is the obstacle, that you cannot possibly trust the other person, and that lack of trust is creating the issues. It could be the baggage, because this is often card when somebody is having kind of heavy baggage, like your past bad experience, who were not your twin flame, it was somebody else who have broke the trust, and you still carry around this kind of heavy baggage, that then you see it even it's not there. So it can be something that we could explore a little bit more, but we do have now the advice from the spirit. I think we go there because this is exciting. What is here? So first card will be, let me see that, will be, my god, the devil card set. Shadow, adversarial ally, trickster. So we have even a devil on the table, Capricorn energy. Interesting. Then we get this, I'm gonna read all them. Advice for spiritual growth. This is, what is it? 7 of Wands. Is it? No. Staven. Knave of Wands. So this is, of course, Page of Wands. The Sagittarius card again. And then 10 of Wands. Very much work energy. Interesting. That is the advice for spiritual growth. Whew, what is this? Complete some path and a work. They came in this order. This is very adventurous page. Advice for spiritual growth. What it wants to tell me. Whew. This I see almost like there is like a punishment. Like these are on purpose. This Lenormand card are not typical tarot card. I wanted to have this deck because this is a bit more mystical. Interesting. But interesting itself, that is 11 and this 10. They are sequented, but they are swift. So there is like, while normally you would complete the work and then go towards a new adventures or like a higher advanced with that energy, like you complete more and you go forward, there is still like a new challenge here. This is the growth. You need to do the work. We have here shadow. I think it's really like some kind of shadow. Like there is more work. You cannot escape this shadow work. Yes, and this person is kind of here also very introspective. There is this shadow side. Its obstacle is those break of trust. 11, 10, 10, 11. Interesting they come in this. Okay, this is our advice from the spirit. We're gonna read this set card soon. And then we get what you need less and more. I feel like, well, they gave me this order. We have to respect. So you got what you need less in this twin flame is summer. It's a hot summer. And what you need more, we have 2 cards. We had void and silver. Very mystical. Void, it's I see it immediately that we can read these cards, but void tells often about how the true love happens in the unknown. We cannot, like everything is possible when we don't have anything. So there is this kind of huge dreaming power that happens before the things materialize. Then we have this silver here, this interesting alchemy happening here. This more. they all have a black background here. Again, it tells me a little bit like a shadow work. Memory of summer. What is that? Okay, let's start reading this, what less and what more. I read the set in the end. I think we start with this. In twin flame connection now, you need less summer. But this is 18, is it? Yes, 18. Fullness, vitality, sensuality, but you need less this. To experience summer is to be embodied. The summer air kisses every crevice of our body, opening us up in ways long forgotten. Lust, desire, laughter, sweat, physicality, these are all expressions of summer's fullness shining through. When this card appears, know that the senses are heightened and the work is nearing full expression. While here we were talking about this is really like a full expression. It is really like these cards. The work is nearing the full expression. It may feel as though things are electrified or about to burst. Keep in mind that like all the alchemical seasons, summer will soon pass. For now, everything in your narrative is fleshed out and the story has just another chapter or two until it begins again. So revel in this time of ripening and rhythm, celebrate, gather, connect. Whether the season is literal or metaphorical, let yourself be swept into the pulse of these hot and heavy nights. So this less, maybe there is something that you have to open to this kind of more mystical side of the love that happens in the unknown. You know about these memories of lust or desire or something. This is like we often indeed think about love as some kind of lustful desire thing, but love is much more deeper, goes much more deeper. Even this person kind of want to go much deeper than this lust. Sounds reminding me to do more shadow work and not dwell on the past memories to create new horizons. Yeah, but this is really, this devil is even often having that kind of like a punishment, like codependency. It's almost like showing this kind of devil is a working energy, also very like a passionate worker. So this can be, the work can be very highlighted, important in this twin flame connection. What you do for living can be really like a rock star person, like a very like, but there is this interesting shadow thing that twin flame connection is completely mirroring us, like ourselves. The person is having like this mirror effect to us that really like give us growth. They are putting up to face us hard stuff too, like a mirror, and it's showing this devil energy. So I would interpret this as shadow work. You have to go through yourself this shadow work because it is even going this darkness now here. Let's read what you need more. So you need void. And void, it can be very, this is very yin energy actually. This summer is very masculine. So you need this kind of feminine, like incubating, cultivating, being like a pregnant with idea or love, or like filling the cup. If the cup got empty, there's this really like be full, very like a whole. It is text spoke there about how sin empty us. So we need to be filled again, and we fill it with wrong stuff often. And you have to see that shadow, what the devil is trying to fill that hole, that void. But the void can become like your superpower. Like I say often, my sadness is my superpower as well, because it is, when you understand that, you can really enjoy the joy when you understand the other polarity. And you are like mastering those things. Like you know that everything passes. It's not gonna be forever. So there is this, both things are gonna be part of your life. And accepting that, acceptance is very important in spiritual awakening too. Accepting all your parts. That's almost like the process. But let's read this void. You got 2 cards. It's almost like Spirit wanna like amplify this black energy here. And it's on the side of that 7 of Swords, also the pain. This looks also like this spanking, almost like this religious spanking, like this is something about going through the pain that you have to do that work, that shadow work. There's no way to avoid it. But the spiritual lesson in the current twin flame journey is to understand the true love. It is very beautiful. It's worth the pain. Okay, I have to find this number. So this is no... I actually forgot my glasses, like reading glasses. I really hope I can read this. Can somebody help? What is XL2? Is it like 62? What is it? 42. Okay, 42. Yeah, sometimes I find these things a little bit long, but I hope you're still here. So, yeah, this is a collective reading, and only in the end I will... it's good that Chandru is a little bit moderator, but let's read about the void. So this is now pile number 1's what you need more in the twin flame connection. You need void. And that's liminal darkness destiny. The void is a mystical riddle in and on itself. It cannot be understood by means of alchemy, chemistry, science, or spirituality. What a challenge. I get strange feeling when I say this, because this is like a big stuff, this void, to understand. It astounds the most adept seeker and humbles the philosopher. From the depths of nothingness, all feelings and possibilities are birthed. Behind the curtain of our material world, which they will represent, we are going deeper than the material. So, behind the curtain of our material world, the power of eternal spaciousness is at work. This card may appear at a time when something has been released, a relationship, a possession, a title, but the void is much bigger than any worldly entity. When an alchemist approaches the void, destiny shifts in the darkness. Like magnets, you are drawn to it as it is drawn toward you. Meditation is critical at this time. Just sit and breathe, surrender to the vastness. There is an electricity between you and the void that is sacred and timeless. From its center, everything is born. So the creator thing becomes again, like we talk about the mother in the beginning. We said that this is the ultimate creator. It's not a victim, it's actually able to create anything. And now you're called to have this kind of Big Bang moment when everything is born from this void. So you have to let like a new things, even in this Divine Comedy 7 was said about like God is old, but what he creates are new. So there's something new that is needed in this. And the new, of course, the spiritual lesson is here, the true love. There are some new pathways, some new ways to express that love. And you should like understand. Yeah, this is 42. Yes, it's 42. And this is connected to the movie set here, Never Ending Story. Even this if you want to go deeper, watch the movie Never Ending Story. And as an image, the void is a powerhouse. Use it as a point of focus in spiritual practice, in contemplation, or as an inspiration for creative work. So this kind of like a 0 is where all love begins. Just to say hello from Australia. I'm busy with the first pile reading. Actually, how many time? Oh my god, already 55 minutes. We are still having pile number 1. But this is a twin flame journey reading, and we are looking what you need less and what you need more in this twin flame connection. We recognize now that we need more this liminal darkness and destiny. And now, second thing, you just didn't got one, you got also silver. So it's like a interesting. And that is 25. And this is a pickable reading, but I pull everything live, so even the second piles, all these cards can come again. But we are having here twin flame reading. The twins are showing here. If somebody's new here, we are having the twin flame connection shows here in the 69 cards, 6 and 9. This is the current. So silver, you need more. Lunar, reflective, and chrome. Amidst its upper echelon status, silver shines eternally in second position. It is the lesser sibling, the one that not quite there yet. A true alchemist does not resist this truth, but rather studies its subtle implications and its wisdom. Silver requires polishing, or the surface tarnishes over time. Mirrors require cleaning, or the image clouds and distorts. Interesting, this mirroring thing can come again, like the mirror has to be clean to see the clean image. So the shadow work again, in my own point of view, is needed in the sense of cleaning that mirror, that you yourself see the right picture in your twin, like it's not distorted. And as we learned here, pain and trauma cause fog, cause the mirror to get dirty. So you have to work on that clarity aspect. Whereas gold sustains its own malleable radiance, silver asks for our participation. We must work at it. Again, this work is coming here. Work at it. Don't give up now. Silver wants to build relationships. Like the moon, a mirror, or a poem, let it reflect an image back. With an open heart and one more moment of willingness, the seemingly cold, stark surface of silver opens into the imaginal realm. What is there? Your own vastness. The mysteries that beckon you on moonlight nights. Through our daily devotion to silver, we find the truest gold. Silver is known as the metal of the moon, and the brain is known as the silver organ. Therefore, meditation is key to unlocking this metal's secrets. Wow, I was already saying like the obstacle is a secret here, and meditation is in both of these what you need more. So you got a double confirmation, and this twin flame connection, you need to have a meditation practice. Like it's good for your soul, good for your twin flame connection activates the soul. And how in this twin flame you are getting more future when you activate the soul more, you do shadow work, and you are like really doing meditation as well, part of it, to pull things out of this nothingness into the reality, really like a manifestation here. And I really see this is like a magician having a little like a quality time and leisure. This is really like the work desk. Well, here is totally the work energy as well in the middle, and here the person is going to have a like a new chapter and journey, and having like open mind about the possibilities. Positivity is always that is a higher energy. In and psychic lessons I've been given, like you need to have a positive aspect. There is like some book reference I could give you. What would be like The Big Magic, Elizabeth Gilbert book talks about a lot about this. You could read very much about being creative, but also about how the positive attitude is everything to get things done, and even being psychic, it's important. This has this kind of very like a childlike wonder and curiosity about the world, to see more, to learn more, even about yourself. The world is kind of mirror to you. The person is stepping out. Here we talk about the mirror. Here the devil is in the cave. But here the person is stepping into the world that is kind of mirroring even the person back to themselves. What they see there is part of them. There's something like this there too. As advice for spiritual growth. Work and like be open-minded about these possibilities that you can draw to you that are new. So now we finally read the advice for this whole pile is the shadow. Yeah, what was saying, like the Chandru, the stuff in his hand is like the one in Moses' hand. Yeah, maybe, no, this is like a stuff that is a wand, but it is really interesting. Interesting what is here in this hand. What is it? Maybe we will read this, we know what is in the devil's hand here. Sometimes when you start looking, this card, they all might have something in their hand. It can be like some kind of message for somebody. Pay attention. Oh, this book is underneath. So the grand advice for pile number 1's twin flame journey comes from this. 15 set. Shadow. Set, represented by an animal of unknown origins, is one of the most ancient of the Neteru. He expresses the harsh power of storms and of the desert and personifies chaos and confusion. He is the embodiment of the darker aspect of our natures, which are often projected onto others. Reviled as the murderer of Osiris, he is most certainly a force to be reckoned with. Set functions as a scapegoat who carries the sins of the world upon his back and tricks us into meeting our fate in the outer world so that we may evolve forward to higher levels of consciousness. He is, in truth, both an adversary and an ally, hence his more dignified name is the adversarial ally. If we refuse to meet and own this part of ourselves in a conscious manner, our actions can turn into the evil we have no wish to embody. If it's difficult for you to face your own shadow or the shadow of others, and you find yourself drawing this card, you can call on Hathor to help you locate the unconditional love that will enable you to transform your perspective. If you are willing to face your shadow aspects, you can heal them. You don't need to fear Set. He has shown up to reflect your shadow or the shadows of those connected with your situation so that you can embrace it with love and consciousness. As a trickster, he brings humor and light into the shadow. He can help lighten up a heavy situation and will keep you from taking yourself too seriously. Also, when Set shows up, he may be asking you to withdraw a negative projection that you have directed toward another in your life, or to recognize a projection that is being directed toward you. Like the other Neteru, Set appears in your life to set you free. Wow, what a message. You are being set free. And that is advice for a spiritual growth. This position here is to set you free. Do the shadow work, face the shadow, and you are being set free. This is the minor arcana fool's card, the new chapter in your life. This position here is advice for spiritual growth. You are now on this twin flame connection. You are being set for free. And then we have here also spiritual lesson was that love of all life, like true love, Graal, Ace of Cup. You are operating with this kind of huge emotion, and emotions can be our guides. Yes, and it is really like if we start taking the lessons from the emotions also, indeed that is part of the shadow work, to understand this kind of, for example, in my own healing journey, understanding that the sadness was blocking me, but it's also my superpower. So it is taking the lessons from that sadness. What happens when I'm sad? Yes, I was freezed, I was unable to do things, I was getting sad, and I couldn't be normally operating. But then I have the joy, and that is to understand that axis and start to work on it. You start to understand that what you need more, how you heal that thing, and even the sadness is caring, having deeper emotions, going deeper. This is also a kind of reading here. In this twin flame connection, you are supposed to go deeper, even when you feel you have nothing, but you are just going deeper, and you are like having a rebirth. And that's like the word of it all, that you actually get something completely like amazing out of it. There's a huge growth here possible. Chandru is killing fear is the key for twin flame reunion. Yes, there can be a lot of fears here. New is fearful, even is exciting, can be very, very triggering. This devil thing here, this codependency, all this kind of passion. There is a lot of elements that indeed can twin flame connection, usually the other one runs to the hills because it's too much, they are not ready. But of course, sometimes this is part of the twin flame connection, that somebody is not ready and they need time, and they have to have the time apart until they can come back together to experience this huge thing. Okay, but here we have now the first reading, and wow, oh my god, this got 1 hour 1 hour busy here. So we continue. I have to clean the table for the next one. You can always share what you felt about this first pile, but this was kind of powerful things going on here, for sure. Ui. And 69, interestingly, is even a twin flame number. To mix everything again. Thank you, Chandru, for being educating us. Like I'm actually, I feel like I need you need to be in these readings to give guidance, because that's why I love to do this YouTube live, that there is this co-creation part. Like I cannot even know everything, because certain things, it's good that there is divinely guided information arriving to my readings through other people. Like the other people in our life can be angels to us. It's like it is really like being open to this kind of help and guidance. It is like a word. So many beautiful souls around. Thank you for being here, all the live audience, and we are going to the next one. And let's put the devil even back here. Let's mix this well. It's like okay. So I think I start this whole reading. Let me take this out. This is a very beautiful crystal. We have here also this. We start reading this rune again. So let's see. What is the message there? This was a new rune this week. Naudhiz. So before I put the things in this envelope, because we'll make a new envelope here, Twin Flame Journey, I read about this rune. So, pile number 2. Alphabet N, element fire, deity Norns. Symbol resisting forces. Fate, destiny, limitation, conflict, willpower, endurance, and self-confidence. Flower is crocus. I want to put the flower here because in Belgium we have soon the crocus holiday. As my readings are kind of like predictive, it's almost like talking about that kind of spring coming. It's kind of destiny moment. Who knows if it's meaningful this time for this twin flame connection. The crocus are coming from the ground. And animal is lynx. That's beautiful, like a cat. northern cat. Tarot is justice and the devil. Interesting, the devil is again here. And then astrology, moon in Scorpio, sun in the second house, Capricorn and Libra. So this and Naudhiz rune combines opposing aspects. It represents the imbalance between what you want to have and what you actually need. To separate the wants from the needs is a true art. If you want to appear strong, you have to know your weaknesses. If you face your weaknesses and work to turn them into strengths, you have understood the lesson. To fulfill your desire, you must first go through the opposite of what you want to have. Naudhiz is a teacher that teaches patience and analysis. And there is more. Naudhiz is the rune of faith, the power that arises in burning adversity, and the power of resistance and active mourning. It contains both misery and redemption. The seeker of advice should examine himself, herself for a moment and try to separate his, her real needs from his, her own desires. It is important to trust the fate because fate leads everyone to what he, she really needs. Need breeds creativity. If you are currently in need and you know and understand those needs, you can always find a way to fulfill those needs. All depends on your actions to get your needs met. So it's this kind of talking about analyzing to understand what you need so you can make it happen. So being conscious is here for sure. Interesting here also, 4 cups, faith makes all possible. How important is to believe in something. This we often forget, that believing something is also like an emotion. So often Christian or believing people can get a lot done because they have that faith that is needed. And its faith is also a feeling. So it is important to have faith to make things happen. And sometimes indeed the little seed, beautiful rose comes just in time, like within time. Like if you put the seed down, you cannot expect the seed to be immediately a rose. You need to make it bloom. And in a love relationship, this happens. You get the beautiful roses. I mean, I have all the roses here now. You do get them. You get the whole garden. But you need to believe in it. So it's beautiful start point. Let's put these twin flame cards here in this envelope now. Pile number 2. So advice for spiritual growth for pile number 2. So this will be your big Egyptian card. Then we get again from this. So this is my new deck. I'm so proud I got this. And Chandru said in another reading we were talking about mustard seed. Yeah, there is the seed conversation is very like a good lessons about how things grow. Yes. Now I have to focus here. Like this is interesting. The bottom of the deck is again 4. It is again. Oh, I just was speaking like suddenly like what is on the bottom because I was like there is something about 4, but it's the same. Spirit want to show me before we put anything into this advice that this 4 of cups is really something for you in this simple connection. Here we have this woman with the parrot, and here we have the rose. It's like a different kind of message. But same thing is showing. And now it's 1:44 here. Yeah, things are getting magical. Thank you, spirit guides, and all the people who have passed to the other side who are here with us today, guiding people to understand better advice for spiritual growth. Now, pile number 2. One card only. Tells it all. Then we take this. Oh my god. Things are dropping here. I really have to mix this. The same cards were showing that were in the first pile. I don't know if it's meaningful, but they were just jumping out. Same actually, but of course I had not mixed this deck well, but still it was interesting that that happened. So what you need less. Ui. Oh my god. This is not fair. This is too many cards. I'm not gonna read Spirit from the book, this thing. I'm gonna show this, but you really think I'm gonna take this whole thing? No. I'm boss here. No. This is not gonna happen. It's like, you want me be busy here like 3 hours? What is this? One card for less. No, one less and more. Maybe there's a lot of stories to tell in this twin flame connection. Okay, this more. Simple answers. This unit less and this more. And now we put this here. We can start with the current feelings of your person. Highest person on the planet for you in this twin flame connection. I do have added here some twin flame related cards. Who knows, I get them, but I really randomly pick them. We have here chaos. Okay. Will it be frost? Will it be rain? Will it be bullets through the vein? I come back to life. Guns and roses. Soft versus hard. Hard weapon. Sweet rose. Trigger warning. Wow, there's again rose. Sweet rose. Trigger warning. Chaos. Maybe really you need fate in this situation. There is some kind of thing going on. Then talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. So your twin flame want the communication going on. I mean, of course, now this reading, I took it more like this is in the container of the twin flame. This can be both sides. So these are the current feelings in the twin flame connection. So talk to me, Harry Winston. Tell me all about it. So somebody wants to talk. Somebody feels chaos. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. She was made more like a beauty queen from a movie scene. I said, don't mind, but what do you mean? I'm the one who will dance on the floor in the round. Game over. My heart belongs to you. You are the only one for me. So, okay, this one twin, at least in the twin flame connection, recognize that this is only. There is two butterflies, and they are flying here like a rebirth. Butterfly is always a symbol of rebirth. I don't know, they are like in this lifetime now. And we have grounding. Real you, soul mission, integration, souls, roots, origin, deep ancestor wisdom, allow to feel from within, starseed, grounding, higher vibration, stability. Okay. Going deep. My heart belongs to you. Okay. Interesting. This is a similar thing. First card of your deck has a similar thing 2 times, like the rose, and this is a whole tree, family tree. And here. So now this is my own deck. I'm going to use this. And anybody here now wondering what is this reading? This is a twin flame connection. Journey reading, and we have now pile number 2, and I will take psychic questions in the end of this reading after the 3rd pile. So we are in the 2nd pile. This is a general reading, and later I put timestamp, but this is now we are going into this twin flame questions. So now we look who are the twin flame in this twin flame connection. So this can be role reverse. I'm just putting your role in the relationship, strength, weaknesses, what you offer. Ui, my God. interesting that it went like this. It's like this turned, and I cannot accept so many cards, but I think I have to, because they just went out like this. So interesting. So this we flipped immediately, and it's the extra card on this deck. This is a 22. This is not even a tarot card. This is extra of this deck. This is not drawn by me. Everything else is drawn by me. But this is like a, whatever you see here is up to you. It is like almost like a shadow, like I'm a shadow sister here, is like a totally the ultimate shadow art. And that is your role in the relationship, strength, weaknesses, what you offer. Some kind of art experience, I would say. Like this is the further from the major arcana card. This is like a next level. After the portal moment, after all my tarot cards I made, is this. This is extra card, 22. So this is not a personal reading, this is a general reading. You have to feel intuitively, are you connected? This is now Twin Flame second journey. So we are starting with 22 outside of the deck, like a Joker card. So this Twin Flame in this connection, this one person, can be roles reversed, is like a Joker. Totally like a Joker. Anything is possible here. The second, there is like a lot happening here. I'm not going to take reversed. There is a Star card. So they roll in your life, lessons, challenges they bring. So they bring the star moment. There is the, in my card, very messy, is like a gingerbread having sauna moment, and there is this northern lights, like a fox on the sky. We say in Finland, like the fox is running on the sky, is like a northern light, and your experiences are part of who you are and who you will become. The star of your being is rising. So the other person in the Twin Flame connection, it's I read now, this is you, the Joker, and your person is this kind of star person. It's like a star is rising, like completely dreaming, healing, able to dream the bigger world view. 17, but not just that, it's devil card as well, shadow work. The theme is very similar in the first pile, almost like in one reading we had this talk about the kaleidoscope, how the same reading can be another picture in the kaleidoscope. So it looks to me this reading is going to the same themes in the first pile, but here we have Capricorn card 15. First pile had that advice card of the devil. Also here shadow work. As I walk through the valley of death, Psalm 23. So this also is the role in your life. It's like which wolf you feed. You have to recognize the good wolf and feed the right one, not the wrong one. They give you ultimate this kind of like a devilish lessons. What happens if you fall from the path, if you go astray, like a Red Riding Hood indeed, is misled by the wolf. Star and the devil. And then number 2, life is like riding bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving, Einstein. So there is this gingerbread story also here. How the fox, you're on the back of the fox is cunning. And this is a journey of pentacles, so it's about what you have, what you got, and what you are like accumulating wealth and this kind of material world also, but like a legacy. And they are making you really make risks in your life, I would say. It's like riding a bicycle. Maybe you are really learning to balance all kind of stuff. This is a collective twin flame. This is now the twin flame connection. So there is this Joker card that's out of this deck that you have to see yourself very intuitively. What is here? It's really like the shadow work with yourself. Your role in this relationship, strength and weakness, what you offer. You offer something out of the box, clearly. Like something like a higher card, like it was not foreseen, some kind of like a Joker. And they are also very high power in the star card, Aquarius season. It is your experience a part of who you are and who you will become, the star of your being is rising, but very powerful energies here to balance the life and live passionately, take risks, believing in a bigger dream. Really is, I think this is completely like a spiritual awakening here happening. They are like pushing you to this kind of edge. Go on the back of the wolf, of the fox. Here the fox is on the sky, is got completely like the gingerbread is here having sauna, like the working with the water is always in tarot like emotions. This is very emotional. Their role in your life is giving you like lesson of emotions, how powerful the emotions can be in your like a challenge. I think it's challenging to have this shake up, like a spiritual shake up or something. This twin flame is really making you like a feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna drop to the water like this is feeling like living on the edge or something. But 2 is number of relationship also always, so there is that. Numbers are 17, 15 and 2, and this is 22. Wow. Okay, next, this is the person. This can be roles reversed, but this is very emotional. Well, maybe they see you like who is this person? It's like this is not even my tarot deck. Silva didn't draw this. This is somebody else made this art piece. What is this? Yeah, collective twin flame reading. So then, this is the third. This also, the crystal you got is the out of the 7 chakra. This is a special one from Romania from last summer. This is like a special one of Labrador. It's like a really the magical 8, like a eternal crystal. It allows me to pick any deck. It's kind of this kind of Joker crystal as well. So you picked even this Joker crystal. So now we see the spiritual lesson in your current twin flame journey. And then we have 4 obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. So spiritual lesson. Okay, again major. 14. I accept all parts of myself. So there is this mirror thing again. This is of course Temperance card. This is Sagittarius card. If Chandru is here, this is the angel on your shoulder, the guiding spirit of goodness. So like if this was like a twin flame is challenging you to recognize what is good and what is bad, like which wolf you feed, to feed the good one and not the bad one. There is still this challenge to live with your true values. And that means sometimes that you are walking through the valley of death. It can be really like a loss. It's part of this. Death card is of course rebirth. So there's like you have to really have this kind of butterfly moment with them or something. Like this is totally like a shake-up. And here is this spiritual lesson in your current twin flame. Is this I accept all parts of myself. So this kind of shadow work is here. And Chandru is I'm going to be here till you finish. I think these piles can be connected because to me this is interesting how this shadow work come in this deck as well. Here as well was shadow work. And here, and the wolf is here, the white wolf is here. In power actually, because here they are facing. And these are order of this card. As first is this 14, then it's 15. First the dark shadow is just like a reflection, but then you actually have to face it in the real life. Interesting. This is the sequence. That is your spiritual lesson. It's almost like what you carry inside. It's again this kind of thing that you see out what you have inside. It's totally accepting all your parts. You have to accept the shadow too. You cannot deny it. It is there. But you should not feed it. You should not feed that fear. Because it is killing life and dreams, the fears. Fears are killing our dreams. And dreams are here highlighted. So the light wolf is even on the dream side. While here we had this trickster energy going a little bit like on this side. I think it wants to show me this kind of things, what happens with these wolves. Dreaming of the bigger dream for everybody, and here riding a bicycle to keep your balance. Okay. Then we have here obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. Okay, they went upside down. Can be meaningful, but this card shouldn't be, not usually. There is cup energy. You left paw print on my heart, Knight of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups. Now I know what true love is. Interesting obstacle. Like here in this card is actually, it's like the cat has passed here and left the paw prints on this dog's heart, but move on. And here is the cat is actually even a mermaid. There is like able to like interesting like stuff going on here about obstacles. Definitely there is this thing about the true love. It is really not easy. There is this lotus here, two lotus here, like lotus is that goes through the mud to get to this. There's this one lotus is here, here's three. But it is obstacle. In my deck, of course, this cat is paired with the king of cats, like a king of cups, like the black cat, and it's not that dog. It's almost like a cat and a dog, runner and chaser. There comes this stuff, runner and chaser. This twin flame connection might have that kind of thing, chasing your shadows, chasing. There is some kind of feel of danger now, because the cat and the dog. It is not completely like a cat and a cat and a dog. This could be the polarity here. Golden dog even. This is like a very like a loyal dog. But there is feeling like somebody left. Okay, let's see. That's the obstacle. Now we see the advices. So advice for spiritual growth. We see first, what is this card? Okay, Nut and Geb, wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, divine parents. Wow, the kind of Queen of Cups come here in this way. This is really the mom also. Divine parents, 21. So this is forward of that. This is usually in the major arcana card, the world card. So advice. Then we have this card. Is this Eight of Swords? Yes. So advice for spiritual growth is to understand the Eight of Swords energy, which is being stuck in a bad beliefs. Yes, this can be very stuck energy. Vicious circle that you should get out. And it's just in the sadness, in the hardships. It's here. And interesting, this Queen of Cups kind of style is here. And then we see what you need less. Alchemical wedding. We have a here snake here, so it's interesting that this is here. And what you need more? Moon. Okay, let's start reading that. Alchemical wedding. Is this again, what is this number? Yes, 60. I take really a time to do these readings, but I feel like it is important. So in your twin flame connection, pile number 2, you need less this. Ritual celebration uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What has once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived. The unknown has become known. You will be back to your existential queries and tickering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. The alchemical wedding is a radical act of presence and acceptance. Do something spontaneous today without rules, books, spreadsheets, social media, or schedules. This you need less. I think it's not such a joyous thing to face your all parts. It can be. I have heard this interesting in some of my reading. Is like you should celebrate. What was it, like a bad things out of your life? More like that. Accepting all your parts, like it can be hard stuff anyway, I would say, because this alchemical wedding is here. It's not so joyous celebration here, but ritual uniting celebration, that less. Moon more. Maybe we start to understand why is this, but interesting. The other reading also, the mystical was much more needed. So it tells me a little bit going deeper than the surface celebrations. So in the twin flame connection, you need this more mystery, receptivity, intuition. The moon represents the mother of all mysteries. Once a month, it slips into the full spotlight and then quietly disappears, only to initiate the cycle again. Gifting us with the message of impermanence, the moon reminds us we are in constant transition, a continual process of letting go. It is yin principle, one of the listening rather than speaking. This card may indicate a time to rest and restoration is in order, or that a new depth or spiritual practice calls. Dreams and memories may be especially vivid. The gates to the liminal realm have opened. The alchemist's task is to be receptive to its message. Be patient, though, as the moon speaks in the language of symbols, and deciphering its messages takes time and receptivity. Magic is at foot. Sink into it, sweet child. And yeah, we are called to be more deeper. The moon has a cooling and soothing effect on the psyche. In a reading, think of this lunar card bringing a sense of ease and stillness to the surrounding cards. So even this suffering card that was giving you the spiritual growth in this twin flame connection, the time can heal, and the moonlight can be like something is ready for the moonlight but not for the daylight, and let this kind of slow growth happen, spiritual growth. It takes you being understanding what is your part in this whole thing, or like what is your beliefs, because they create your reality. So this kind of vicious circle might be really like you need to set more boundaries, for example, in some areas of your life, or you need to understand what kind of like a person you are, what kind of way you are, that your weaknesses, for example, that makes you end up in this kind of vicious circle of thought patterns. This is asking you to reflect more depthness. Interesting that these are here as obstacle. Cat and a dog. Maybe it's not so easy to understand other person, because there is such a like a whatever is creating the polarity in twin flame connection. It can be age gap. It can be even that the person is man, another one female. Like like this is a dog and a cat. There is something that is somehow like, even the twin flames should be like this is like a needed medicine, the other person. Now here this has created some kind of like a barking or something that the cat cannot understand. Okay, I move forward because sometimes it's very hard for me even to understand. So this wholeness is the whole spiritual growth advice card here. Creation, a sacred purpose, divine parents. So becoming whole again. Is this unwhole in the thoughts that you feel like you're not enough? That's for sure is here. Is to be healed. Where is this card? Okay, here. Nut and Geb. Nut and Geb represent the result of Ta's dreaming of the universe. At least in terms of perceptive of human consciousness, Nut is the night sky herself, the vault of stars that arches over the surrounds her lover Geb, who is in the earth, the original green man. The two exist eternally in sacred longing for another. Merged in passionate intent, they form a sacred union of wholeness and co-creation. They are the parents of Isis, Osiris, Set, Neptune, and Elder Horus, and all physical form enters our three-dimensional earth plane reality through the portal they create. Nut and Geb are the divine parents who help to initiate us and birth us into our sacred purpose as we spiral around the great wheel of life, death, and rebirth on our shamanic path toward embodiment of the enlightened heart and mind. We are meant to awaken and remember our connection to the divine so that we can become adult children of the gods and assume more responsibility in caring for our sacred planet Earth. We also inherit the powers of our ancient ones as we grow in their likeness. If you pull this card, you have completed a great round of transformation in your life and are ready to step out into the world with sacred purpose and a strong sense of your own wholeness. Embodying the sacred marriage, you contain the merging of feminine and masculine energies inside yourself and bring those fully balanced energies into your life and the lives of others. In this is kind of anima animus, you can combine in within yourself. And then this kind of whole and complete people come together. Like that's indeed a beautiful thing when two healed people come together. Like they are like they are not bringing like they are taking responsibility for brokenness themselves. You may find yourself experiencing a deep sense of peace and well-being as you remember that you are both human and divine. You are at home both Earth and in the great star nation. The more you reflect upon this card, the more you will feel as though you have come home. Wow. That is the advice of spiritual growth, to come home. We talk about the other pile about being free, set free, but this is about coming home. There's really this kind of mother figure here. So I think this is your reading, pile number 2. It leaves a little bit questions, but I leave it to this because I cannot always understand every single thing. I think somebody there watching this hopefully got some guidance for the swim flame journey. Very powerful cards for sure. Got this 8 number repeating in the sense that this is the 8 crystal, and here you had this 8 of sword. So what is that pain here? But definitely it needs to be healed. Often duality creates issues. Of course, duality is that masculine and feminine, but if you unite them, understand we are this kind of one snake ourselves too. Snake here is all about medicine and karma and this kind of healing, going deeper. So I see that even here in this, but this is less. You have to focus a lot of this kind of yin energy. It's very feminine, cyclical energy. While this is a cycle have completed, the 21 is a portal moment. So it is asking you to really arrive somewhere, like arriving home was said here. There is a moment to arrive home, like something can be completed. You are not forever doomed to be like a broken and alone or lost. There is hope here for sure. Okay, so let's go to pile number 3. But pain is a teacher. It's really a big teacher, and failures to teach the most. So take it everything as a medicine and lesson as well. It can be a good point of view on this. It doesn't have to be like you try to avoid, because any kind of person naturally want to avoid hard stuff. But that is not the way usually to get the growth. You can be more braver and face the things. And often behind all kind of resistance is really the gold. The resistance tells us that there is something there. And in twin flame connection, it's kind of normal to escape. One is runner and one is chaser. This kind of thing happen. And that's like a typical twin flame connection, that it's getting too much. It's too big pressure there. And then the chasing and running happens. Okay, let's see the last one. Also very interesting pile. The heart pile here. Heart chakra. And Laguz. It's very water energy. Start with this justice card, that this story is really about the pile number 3 now. It's really these kind of suitors. There is this young lover boy, there is the old wizard guy, and then there is the smith who is able to do anything, like in the work-wise, really like a career-oriented person. These all want to have the maiden of the north, like the beautiful maiden, and the mother puts all kind of hard tasks. This is the card to start this twin flame. And let's see what we start first. Yes, Chandru is correct. Runner and chaser is part of the twin flame. I think you have been experiencing this. But we are gonna put, I'm gonna start reading this, but let's put first this card here. So we start putting this kind of advice card for spiritual growth in your pile. So pile number 3. What is this one? This is my new deck. Somebody's looking at the timestamps. It's this Leonomart. I'm not always using Leonomart, but this is this deck. We're gonna see advice for spiritual growth. River, mikä on? Okei, odota hetki. Mut kun se ovi on kiinni. My son came here to... Wait, I'm being too lumpy. Wait. Let's give this charger to him. He needs it. Pääset sä takaisin? Okay. I have enough so I can give it to him. So let's see. I need to focus here. So advice for spiritual growth. Pile number 3. Got all these 3 cards. There's a lot. This goes here. Then we get this, what you need less and what you need more. What you need less, not more. This here. And the more. This will look a little bit later. Really wanna. Okay. Keep it here. So I start reading to you about them. Okay, this heart chakra is of course be a true lover, not a faker. It's really such a big power to activate the heart, but it's not easy. And now we have the Laguz as a rune advice. So pile number 3. Laguz. Alphabet L, element water, deity Njord. Symbol is like feelings and water, intuition, emotions, flow, renewal, dreams, hopes and fears. And flower is water lily and animal is goose or goshawk. Body, eyes, bones, blood, immune defense. I would just want to say this like eyes are often. Interesting, like I think you can see person loving you also from the eyes. It's kind of interesting. Tarot, the star, the moon, the temperance. And astrology, moon in Cancer, sun in Pisces, moon, Neptune and Sagittarius. Laguz is origin of all organic life in the universe. It is the rune of the sea from which all life of entire earth has come forth. This rune is subject to all matters of the sea. Like the sea, in part of life should always be in motion. And this rune is connected to the power of the moon. Feminine intuition, harmony and life energy. And this rune can also give you a warning. Pay more attention to the messages of the subconscious because you have not listened your intuition enough. Your intuition dreams are wanting to tell you something now. But then you have to interpret the dreams correctly. This is the warning. Like maybe you have seen something, but you have to seek to really get the clarity of what that dream or intuition symbols mean. So that is 12:21, as you say, that heart chakra. Yes, this is getting mystical here. Heart chakra and eyes and like completely intuition comes from the heart. So not to forget your heart would be here. Here we have 11 as well as the first card. We're gonna mix them soon. Now I take the current feelings of the person. Oh my god. The heart went upside down. What is this meaning? Oh my god. Is this gonna mix this card somehow? Oh my god, things are dropping. These drop immediately. feelings are starting to fly here. Is that a good thing? Maybe we take something from here. Okay, I'm gonna not wanna see anything. I wanna feel them in my hand. This one. Okay, one more. So these are current feelings in this twin flame connection. A lot of feelings. It can be both parties, because we are talking about this container. We are not what we know, but what we are willing to learn. Mary Catherine Bateson, Know Thyself. Song for Marilyn Monroe by Elton John. Loneliness was tough, the toughest role you ever played. Hollywood credited as superstar, and pain was the price you paid. Even when you died, oh, the press hounded you. All the press had to say was that Marilyn was found in nude. Wow, what are these things going on here? Then, just be, receive guidance, speak only to reduce suffering. Silence is gold, speaking is silver. Interesting stuff repeating. Like we had silver talk in one pile, and now we have it here. Silence is gold, speaking is silver. Yes, Chandru, feelings are pouring. Yes. Interesting. Out of this whole feelings, I don't have many cards like this. There is twin flame. Never ending story, never let you go, get ready to love. Wow. We got even a twin flame card. So clearly there's a confirmation that this is a twin flame connection here. True Love by Astrid Swan. In your imagination, there's a place without me. While I'm glad you can keep it there, it threatens my being. So this swan feels, there's really loneliness coming here. Like there's like a twin flame energy, but this swan feel like there is something, like the other swan is now away. Telepathy. Soul connection, soul level intimacy, images, messages, intense mind reading, deep feelings. Wow. Even telepathy. Dead serious commitment, baby, passion bonfire, baby please, second chance, 1 in a million, you are my person, ring is made in hellfire. Oh my god, I think Chandru, you are having this kind of feelings to the ex that you would not want to give up. This looks like it's a bit like a ring is made in hellfire, okay? Yeah, I'm getting those telepathy quite frequently. And Bachelor, Knight of Cups. So it's even this kind of Bachelor card that somebody is really wanting to give their cup. Coming to run with a horse. Very thirsty. Oh, wow. This is like the night in the desert, getting very thirsty and coming towards the twin. Okay. Chandru, she calls me baby. Yes. Baby, please. Okay, so here we have this, and we have indeed this kind of hunting energy here also, very Sagittarius-like as well, actually. But this we soon mix, so we are gonna start looking now. I'm very busy, long time here. No wonder my child came already to interrupt. We had a beautiful day today. We went to outside, it was whole snow in this coastal city. We were sliding even there with the snow. Winter season. So let's see now the twin flames here. So your role in the relationship, strength, weaknesses, what you offer. So this is one twin. It can be you or your person, but I show now the twin flame connection. Interesting, the 2 cards shows here. Maybe there is a dual personality here. Their role in your relation, in your life, lessons and challenges they bring. Okay, they got 3 things. So it's 3 and 2. Spiritual lesson in your current twin flame journey. There's going to be so much. It's going to be long. And obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. Where I put this stuff? Oops. Wow. Knight of Wands and the Six of Pentacle. Very like a snake here going on here, but this is Elatic Hermet is like in the prosperous house they kept this kind of non-poisonous snakes to keep the mouses away. So it's kind of very generous, kind of like almost like a team or like people keep around. You are like a this is would be really like a fire king, but then having this kind of community around. This is the one twin and the other one. Ah, this card came again. Must be meaningful. Kingly energy. There's another king here. Oh my god, things are topping. There is a king of forest. Nine of pentacle. And justice card. Interesting. There is really like a very like a king. Maybe there is some power struggle going on here because this is like such a like a kingdoms, two kingdoms. This is of course very like a hunting style here. Yeah, Chandru said, did you notice we had snakes in all readings? This year is snake year. Yes, that I noticed that there is interesting that energy comes so much. It's beautiful that shows. Even this is almost like a bit like a snake. This, but wow. Your role in the relationship, strength and weakness, what you offer. This is like an artistic style of king. Very like a burning. I think maybe I have to read about this Panu, but like there are so many cards. Let's leave it to. It's like really, if a home has a heart, there is like a fire energy here as a rising sun, and then this person is like completely like a fire spirit or something. But this is of course the King of Wands. It's like this passionate king, can be artistic, can be very creative. It's on his purpose and passion. While here is like the important of the wealth and the legacy you leave, and like really like able to cultivate like a abundance. But there's also this justice card tells about being on your own path, and this is like a labyrinth here. While in the secrets like kind of is that forest represents the mind, and you can be lost in the mind. So there can be something about that, their role in your life, lessons, challenges they bring. It's like a labyrinth you are led. This is whole like a film journey is getting tasks made, labyrinth passed, and there is such a like a reward, but it is like there has to be somehow like a abundance. Like somebody has to be abundance with their gifts, skills, and they have to show them really. Chandru say, justice is the last days after we go through the various stages of transformation. And the justice is part of this today's paradise, because we're talking about the justice, the divine justice, and all this kind of like what about like Christ is being killed, and like what is that kind of justice. And there's this Mercury planet here having this Justinian, like Justinian used to be like a Roman emperor. It was already starting in the earlier chapter talking about that, like being like a true emperor. While here we have this very masculine power in the sense of like a abundance, like daddy energy kind of could be here even. What is it? Their role in your life. It's kind of giving tasks. This is the North Queen giving tasks to the suitors. There is standards here for sure, and the work ethic. Really coming here. Like, while here is like a passion and like a generous, and there is all this kind of theme around here, like whatever you have to give your abundance, share it in your kingdom like fairly. They're gonna protect you, the snakes. when you give them milk, you give the first milk to them. The cow is born, they get always the first. It's almost like some royalties, like somebody's artist, and there is this theme around. Oof. The sun energy is here, like a fire. Of course, this is Sagittarius card also, if Chandru is interested. But let's see forward. I maybe read some stories still, because I want to see this twin flame is very powerful as well. What is this? This was King 9, 11. 9, 11. That's like an emergency number, no? 9, 11. Here, King and a 6. 6 is of course love. This is very like a generous, like a very, when the heart is open, you are giving. It's a lesson of the heart, of course. Like often you know you are cold or you are not giving when the heart is closed. You know that if you really are loving, you are forgiving more, you're more open. This all related to how open your heart is, how positive you are, even that you can trust. Okay, let's see this spiritual lesson in the current twin flame journey. Oof, what a lesson is this? Oh my god. We have here 4 of Swords. No, is this? Yes, this is opposite. This is like a 6 and this is 4. Hytämön, and this talks about like a cold wind. Like somebody is, I see this like avoidant card. Like somebody is like avoidant, and that makes everything go cold. 4 Swords. Like a resting period, like a winter. Like winter in the relationship is challenging. The cold, when nothing is happening, everything is freezed. It's like it's challenging. While here we have the is this emo now? I have to see, because this is almost like the Queen of Wands. But let's see. It's like the Mother of Fire. Let me see this. What is this? Spiritual lesson with the Mother of Fire. Yes, we have a couple here. So if here, a very masculine energy, of course, in a container, you have to understand that there needs to be feminine and masculine. What is feminine here is this giving energy. This is very masculine card with fire. This is very masculine card with like a power of owning something, claiming something. This is like a Virgo card, more feminine. It's like cultivating things, like a garden. And Justice card can be very Libra and ruled by Venus planet. This can be like a beauty of even like a high standards, or how somebody look, or like there is this Venus energy here. So yes, okay, we have this very like a power struggle that can create issues in this twin flame connection. There's 2 powerful people. They are both having king card here, mastery of something. The one is mastering like the really what they got. They're gonna keep it. They're not gonna give it to any kind of suitor. They have really like high standards or boundaries. While here, like a paradise, they are really keen to protect the paradise. All kind of people coming. No, not everybody can enter here. And then here we have this kind of home, somehow like be grateful of the people that help you. Snake here as well, like being like a keeping these protections around you, being protected. Now we have the spiritual journey in this, that the fire queen is here. The positive but risk-taking queen is here together with this, showing like the couple energy is the hot and cold. And of course that is again interestingly very twin flame like. There is the runner and the chaser. This like avoidant and completely anxiously passionate. Hibernation, while one is completely in fire. But this is the going underneath this king. This is the queen. The fire wants to be getting more space. But then we have here the Ace of Cup. Is it? What is this, Mehyläinen? No, this is, what is this? I cannot see this. Yeah, it is Ace of Sword. This B here with the cup is not cup energy, it's sword energy. It's like a truth. If here was important to have the truth and honesty, really like a value here in a justice card. Here we have also spiritual lesson, truth, honesty, together with this hot and cold. What is this? The honey. The healing balm of truth. We have definitely hot and cold in this twin flame. One is cold, one is hot. But they are attracted because the polars are attracting. So then we have here obstacles in your path that stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. Wow. Sun card together with the crow card. That is the page of sword. Curious messenger. Obstacle in your path to stop you to meet or recognize your twin flame. This is totally psychic card, while sunlight is also activating psychic powers. How this can be, this extreme light and sunshine can be an obstacle. Happiest card of tarot. Are you like Star Trek? Are you like blinded by the light? It can happen, maybe. Maybe there's too much some power here that it's like you kind of faint. Like it's like a, this is very psychic combination here. Happiest card in tarot, sun card, and crow is a animal having this kind of sun in it. This is double sun, two suns, obstacle path. Maybe to recognize that you are powerful, you both have your own strong world in this twin flame connection. You are like a master of the cold and calculative somebody, and you're master of like a passionate and explosive like fire. Like there is the mastery, because this is also mastery of the magician always work with the aces. There is this ace power of wisdom and truth, but this is like polar opposites, and then both are powerful. One is this kind of crow and one is the sun. It is also representing the sun. Whew. What can I make out of it? That's your obstacle. Extreme light. You're blinded by the light. Now I think I have to verify. This is getting too wild for me to understand what is gosh. I could go to read this advice from this actual deck. I think I will, but before I do, I want to verify this with normal cards. Show me in this female connection the twins in this actual normal tarot cards. I wanna see them, so we have sense for this. Okay, again 2. I want to see what is going on here. Star. Okay, so person is very powerful. And 2 of Pentacle. Juggling. Again, the Pentacle energy come through. What you got. Here. King of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. Okay. Ace of Swords comes again, but now it's here showing this. Oof. Okay, first of all, this is Aries card. This is seeing your ships coming in. I think it's Mars in Aries, isn't it? Something like this, but very powerful, this kind of like a go-getter energy that you're gonna get what you wish for, foresight, while this is also very much foresight. So there is kind of visions, but wow, this can be obstacle. It's the lack of vision. Then we have the clarity. While sun is clarity, sun is the real light. This is very mental. Obstacles in your path is that everything is very mental. There is something about things are too much in the mental. You are waiting things to happen, but they still are not. They are mental visions. It's possible things, but they are mental. You have visions, everything, powerful, sun card, happiest card, tarot, clarity, yes, it can be happiest, but still not here. There's like, what is that divine timing? And that is actually challenge in the twin flame connection, is to be patient that there is a divine timing, and it has clearly not arrived yet, but there is a vision of it happening, but you are not aware when it's going to happen. And that's, I guess that's the thing. When is the sun, in which sign the sun is going to be? It's going to be sun in Aries, is Aries card. It's going to be where it's going to be when this is going to happen. Maybe because this is sun in Aries, an Aries card, maybe it is something is happening in the Aries season, for example. Could be. But juggling between two choices, and that is their role in your life, lesson, challenge they bring. This is, of course, suitors. There is 3 suitors wanting to have this woman. Something about that. But this is a powerful king here. This is like a good husband and a father figure here. And this is a star, so this is totally like a dreaming power and shining like a star. Like this is amazing. Healing even. Part of this creative, it's almost like you are shining. What you do in the world, this is like you're shining example of somebody actually doing something amazing, and everybody benefit like that. That's here. But here this a bit like a juggling of these relationships. Yeah, but the divine timing seemed to be the obstacle here. And here, what is this spiritual lesson? Having Queen of Cups, going very deep, obviously, mature king, but agreements, contracts. There is something about that. This is, of course, again, like a, could be that agreement, because this is a Ace of Swords. Could something be legal, but there is this hot and cold. Still very mysterious thing, but I would say like spiritual lesson in the current situation is something about the commitment. And maybe it's outside of this twin flame connection, this bee here. It's outside commitments, outside influences. The bee is kind of coming. It's like while this suitors are also here, like a little very busy bee. Busy bee is some kind of thing about busyness. Oh my god, let's see the advice now. I'm getting really busy myself, like getting tangled to this heart chakra healing pile. So we start seeing advices. So first one is that you're gonna see this. Wow. Alchemist. This is the magician card. Nehkbet Motermut, alchemist, wisdom keeper, grandmother. Wow, in this kind of way. And we have these cards. This will be your advice for spiritual growth in the twin flame journey. King of Cups. So the King of Cups came again. So it's the second time it's on the table, and we have already King of Wands, King of Pentacles, King of Cups. Which king is missing? Is the King of Sword is only missing, but we have also the sword 2 times. But this is here, together with the 4 of Pentacle, stability. Then we have 7 of Pentacle. Wow, what is this going on here? Looks like it is... This 2 energy. No, what is it? It's like a what? Who is this guy? Who is this guy here with this lady? It's like suitor. Maybe in this case I will read from this little booklet, because it is a new deck for me, and even the stories are not much. Maybe we need to know what is this 7 of Pentacle about. So this is a position of the advice for spiritual growth. Intimacy, great friendship, sincere and constructive dialogue, privacy, secrecy. I don't know, that was going to the, if it's upside down, it was not. So intimacy, great friendship, sincere and constructive dialogue, and that is advice for spiritual growth. So it inside of this you should have like a Valentine Day or any moment to conversate, to build this relationship. It is important to interact, to build intimacy. And how you build intimacy? With the truth and honesty, and that is 2 times on the table already here. Truth. So something like that is needed. We have here also 4 of Pentacle. Now I read from this book, because maybe I get like keywords that I could say, but I want to get from this new deck. So in this twin flame connection, advice for spiritual growth is abundance, positive movement, fruitful investments, resolution of problems. So abundance was already on this side, very important. Talking about the money is even very actual. Like how much I got to invest to this star-like person. Like this is very shiny person here. This is very valuable person looking like. They can share the abundance with all the people around, all the snakes around. But here there is this intimacy and abundance. And then we have King of Cups. It's totally like the emotional intelligence, like a master of emotion. Let's read about the keywords of this too. So, advice for spiritual growth, part number 3. Intellectual, mature and experienced person. Priest, scientist, artist. There is some kind of artist here. Artist. Creating abundance and intimacy. And then we're gonna see what you need less. Again, the same snake card. And more chaos. How interesting that this comes, because chaos means change. If you need more chaos, it's like the Tower card. There has to be shake up. There is something has to be shaken. Like there are two. Something is like need to be like shaked here. Yes, my readings looks like the snake here is very present, but we already read this. Alchemical wedding is almost telling again you need less this. 60. Where did it go? Did I not see it correctly? What is this 60? I have yeah, okay. Here. So, pile number 3, you need less ritual celebration uniting. All hail the alchemical wedding. The laboratory morphs into a dreamlike dance floor, and all your allies, fellow alchemists, and ancestors are here to witness the celebration. What was once lost has been found. What was once denied has come fully into the alchemist's embrace. The work is often felt as serious and studious, but the alchemical wedding is a moment of levity and lightness. When this card arrives, it is of utmost importance to mark the occasion. Celebrate, 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 honor and acknowledge those who have helped you along the alchemical path. You have come so far. Energy radiates from the uniting of opposites and the redrawing of life's blueprint. The new form has arrived, the unknown has become known. You will be back to your existential quarries and tinkering ways in no time. Now the work is to revel in the miracles. There is interesting that you need less this kind of celebration and more chaos. That how this even makes sense. You need more of that. Massa confusa. We are trying to find out anyway. So in this twin flame connection, you need more chaos, disoriented, spinning, groundless. It often in anybody's reading is like you're more grounding. No, here something needs to change. When an alchemist sits in their laboratory amidst the presence of massa confusa, something miraculous is bound to occur. That's because this card, this state, is so powerful and all-encompassing that it typically overwhelms the student to the point of despair. Such is the nature of chaos. It is the grand trickster, the topsy-turvy confusion that turns life on its head and spins a web not even the wisest mystic can untangle. Baffling, yes. Disorienting, yes. But the seasoned alchemists recognize it as the most potent point in the alchemical experiment. Wait, observe, do nothing. It is destiny itself that spins the web. Clarity will emerge one strand at a time. Your only task is to breathe. Do not struggle. The three fates hold you in their sights as you free fall toward freedom. Yes, there is this kind of wisdom, how you liberate yourself from this web. You just get heavier and heavier, and you go out. You are not fighting against this. You're just flowing with it. Like same is like here, you should be in flow state. So there's something about this abundance that the money has to go around, and like investment, whatever has to be made. Like it's just like the flow is part of this chaos. Yeah, after confusing comes clarity, but this is now more. So you have to embrace the chaos and not fight against it. Think of this card as a sister of the void card. Yes, the void was already in this reading before. So this is a sister of the void. We have the shadow sister here reading. It's like got the both chaos and the void. The same reading. So this is a sister of the void card. They are different expressions of the same life-changing energy. The void is absence and chaos is overwhelming presence. Wow, and that is what actually intimacy, true intimacy is. You are present in this kind of intimate connection. You are creating this kind of sacred space where you can meet each other. You hold the space, you hold the presence with the other person, that they can then like express like a therapy session. That's what it is. Overwhelming presence. This twin flame, they have to meet to express their true emotions. And this has not happened because there is like all these visions, all these theories, whatever, but the ships has to come in The crow has to meet the sun. The person has to meet the person. The parrot has to speak here to help this to speak a little bit wiser than the parrot. I don't know, like it is just like you are not parrot, you are like expressing something unique and rare and from your heart. Wow. But it is overwhelming presence here. Advice of spiritual growth. The twin flames have to meet. There's two snakes and everything feels chaotic, yes, but okay. Somebody can be still be well emotional, intelligent about this, how this happens. Wow, 2 times King of Cups on the table, and these people. Let's read now. Let's. I'm sometimes too much long here. We have this Magician Alchemist card here. The alchemy is happening. Ooh, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Lamp is gonna drop soon. Too many stuff on my windowsill. So we are still going. You got the Magician card. What is totally the Mercury card? We are on the Mercury planet. So Nekhbet Mother Mut is the most revered and ancient Grand Dame of Egypt. She is the wise old crone and honored elder of the pantheon of Neteru and comes to us in the work as blend of the two vulture goddesses Mut and Nekhbet. As with all Neteru, she must be approached with respect if you wish to gain permission to enter into the sacred mysteries. It's unwise to trifle with this goddess, for she is disciplined taskmaster who assists the initiate in making the decision to engage fully with this process of transformation. Once you committed to moving forward, her loving, watchful eye is always upon you to ensure safe passage through the portals of shamanic initiation that must be crossed during all transition in life. Nekhbet Mother Mut is the wise magician crone, the alchemist who weaves and blends the ingredients required to prepare the way for you so that you can be informed. A strong guide and protector, she is also the one who holds the key to your DNA memory of how to enter the mysteries. If you pull this card, you are being alchemically activated by the sacred elders, the wisdom keepers, so that you can begin to remember as you embark on a journey to reclaim your true self. Also in the external world, a grandmother or some older elder or teacher may show up in your life to guide you. This could come in the form of two-legged or human, or it could be a tree in an old-growth forest, one of the stone people, or an animal totem. They are all our elder brothers and sisters. Honor your guides with all your heart. Wow, that this is the advice for spiritual growth, is to honor your guides with all your heart. Heart chakra. What is that guidance coming? Pay attention. And I think I end this this pile here, and I start cleaning the table, because now has come the moment that somebody from the audience can finally ask me also a question. I'm soon gonna read your comments. I would appreciate the person is here when I do this reading, and I hope my battery is not like getting depleted. Powerful people in this twin flame connection, really. I didn't go to read from the book because I thought like this, so many cards I got. It's very telling that twin flame connection is usually hot and cold. There is really these two polarities, and in this seem to be that. I would love to use this deck more. Maybe we'll see. Use this in the private reading, not private, like a question reading of the audience. So let's see. Is somebody here? Putting these things. Oh my god, I don't want this candle to go off. So let's see, Chandru say, can you please check for me and my wife on this twin flame journey? So now personally still for Chandru. I have done this many times. It's a kind of interesting that how much I give the guidance already, but maybe we can do this. Not too long, but some kind of, do you have any specific question? Maybe it would be nice to, it's very overall, can you please check for me and my wife on this twin flame journey? Maybe this card positions. I can use this twin flame journey card position if it's okay for you, but I will take a crystal for your relationship. So you got a third eye. So you got this kind of Halloween deck. Bottom of the deck, actually Queen of Pentacle. I think your wife is Taurus. This is totally that kind of card. So let's start seeing Chandru and the wife still, because you were like maybe picking a pile, but now you want to see yourself. This we stop here before we go forward. So we have this twin flame, Ace of Imps, and this is that. Okay, I see there is again this kind of Sagittarius card. Page of Imps here is the Page of Wands and Big Dreams, and here we have the, as again same energy. So we have here on the other side is the Passion, like a new beginning, taking the devil from the tail. So this is showing you the dynamic, interestingly. So Chandru asks, when we will reunite and when is her awakening happening? She's Taurus, yes. So I see just putting now the twin flames in this connection. There is this Sagittarius card. Clearly you are Sagittarius, so with big dreams. In this other side is this very like initial passion power. So there is like a passionate like feelings. It can be really like this kind of like a, how can I say this nicely, like a very sexual power too. There can be like a, it's almost like giving this devil a lesson, because this is like taking from the tail. So who is doing this? It's like, of course, women of course are often, powerful women are setting clear boundaries. So is this happening with your wife maybe because you had this separation thing, that there is this talk about new beginning. It's almost like getting a new devil here. So I saw before in your reading that there is this thing that your wife has want to move on. It's almost like she's searching for a new beginning. Yeah, someone is controlling. Like this is like you have much more like let's say this kind of dreamy, adventurous energy here. This is so much your energy that I would say it's you. You can take what resonates, but it's like this. But now you ask also this, having this kind of more sensitive divine timing. When we will reunite and when is her awakening happening? Okay, let's see this first question you have. When you reunite, maybe I take from a different deck, because I think this was such a beautiful advice deck. When we will reunite and awakening that is happening, when is going on this. So you got that 8 of Swords here that was in the third pile. It is really this vicious circle going on here. This person is alone, and in her head, of course, this is underneath that dreams. 8 is of course very forever number. It's a possible thing. Let me read now from this booklet, because maybe that actual text has to be read in this case to understand this. Because this was gonna say you the season. I think sword is like a winter, but this looks like a spring for me. The roses. Sword is often winter energy. Okay. Wait, can I move this? I want to move the screen a little bit. So, loss, grim thoughts, affliction, nostalgia for a person or situation, torment, great suffering. Great suffering, sorrow for oneself or loved one. So there's really, that is the key here. You're asking when is this divine timing, this reuniting thing is like she is having the self healing going on with this separation clearly. And what can we really know when somebody is healed? Of course, there is this kind of illusion, like a kind of idealism, like, okay, then I will have the relationship and I'm completely healed, like doing the inner work. But truth is, like, we are always kind of middle of something. It's not like we can ever be completely ready. So I maybe accepting this all parts of yourself as coming also in this reading is a challenge. Like, can you accept the broken parts being part of yourself, because this person is still busy here dealing with that loss. It doesn't look like open to you. It looks like very mentally cold. And I think you are experiencing this. Spirit says that this is going on. So it is, can you do something about it? Okay, here we have now the next question was, when is the awakening happening? Five of Pentacles. That is classically meaning actually like a not feeling enough, but this card is interesting. Fishing. Let's see. Interesting that this was kind of taking that devil from the tail. Here is like hand coming to take this kind of catch of the day. Day by day, I would say. This is really like there has to be those moments of like a little awakening at a time. Like it's really going day by day here. I don't know, how could I explain this? Five of Pentacles. Let's keep the keywords from here too. Surprise, unexpected income, profitable find, recovery of something lost. So spiritual awakening is something that happening when the person realized or recovering something that is lost. So here we have almost like a couple energy actually in the table. You are like here trying to get something that is lost, and she is lost. And you are fishing her. Like a wishing her back to your life, but you're kind of like a wishing. This is interesting. I don't know what are your reflections about these cards, but slowly moving, but I think you are the one who's trying to connect with her, kind of almost like if she's near these waters, you are busy with this kind of emotions, but she's still like completely looking like within herself. And it is like a lucky moment if she is like awakened from this kind of like a Princess the Rose sleeping, Princess the Rose. think this is really like that kind of fairy tale. Princess the Rose. Maybe you should see this. I just got this kind of thing like you are sleeping in this kind of old world. Yes, she has, possibly she has like got enough, of course, like a woman can get enough, but this is still a loss for her. So the grieving shows that the heart is definitely like a taking its time. And fact is, like, often we don't want to go back to hurtful things, but it can be escaping. And this twin flame reading has been here lately going on this reading, this hot and cold run and chasing. She's escaping within herself, this stuff looks like. Then how you can fish her out of it, it's almost like you become the fisherman here. She is not in the water, she's just like crying on the water. This is not easy answers here. She is alone. I don't know how you can take contact for a person who doesn't want to look at you. Like that's a problem here. Maybe Spirit, we're not going to give anything else to Chandru that could give an opening to this. 9 of Wands. The mouse is busy. That's actually Sagittarius card. Let's read this also. 89. 5, 8, 9. Who knows these numbers mean something? Extra card to give insight to this situation. Saving, ability to anticipate problems, inspired intuition, mental quickness. Mouses are indeed. Interestingly, that one reading was the snakes that keeps the mouse away, but here the snakes, mouses are really busy everywhere. Ability to anticipate problems, mental quickness. But if it would be opposite, it was not. It would be ways, false friendships, wrong investments, bad advice. But this was the saving, ability to anticipate problems, inspired intuition. I think I have to give you more advice. Let me think about this now. I'm gonna give you the Sacred Destiny card because you asked about this kind of destiny, and I think you asked before. Maybe we wanna look in this twin flame related way, because it's kind of like a forever story, and it's a flame story. And we have here healing chaos. So the chaos again back, but it tells it's a healing chaos. Oh, now things are dropping on this window. Okay, I'm gonna read this one. So I think the whole reading was giving this kind of more chaos even. So not to think that as a negative thing, like things has to be shaken up, and it can be healing chaos. And of course this mouse is running around can be also, but this is kind of being like a smart about stuff to see that this can happen and not have the harm coming, because the man is like able to quickly do something about the situation, like something. This is also very active, new chapter in life. Here is like a new beginning. That is the same thing here. Both want something new, but new happens in a chaos. The new thing is created in the chaos, so there has to happen something like that to shake these people awake, shake awake. Spiraling tornado. Energy in our universe spirals. Water spirals in a wake of fish that swims through the stream. Air spirals in the wake of bird in a flight. The moon spirals around the earth, which spirals around the sun, which spirals around the galaxy. Even our DNA is spiral. It is the healing principle of life. It is not an accident that the ancient symbol for healing is the caduceus, two spiraling serpents. Again, the serpents are mentioned. They were also in those readings. It is the sacred spiral. Most people assume that there is nothing good that comes from tornadoes, but every part of nature has value. For example, although some birds lose their habitat for a tornado, birds such as the prairie warbler, whippoorwill, woodpecker, grouse, and woodcock, as well as forest salamanders, all benefit from the new landscape created by tornadoes. Downed trees provide habitat for black bears and white-tailed deer and create dens for many kinds of animals. Tornadoes churn up the soil in the ways that rejuvenate the earth. And the sacred landscape wants you to know. When you receive this card, it acknowledges potential chaos or the need for chaos as an activator for profound healing. If your life seems chaotic, know that it has an underlying energy of healing. You are being healed on all levels. You are a healer. Alternatively, if your life is calm to the point of being stagnant, like this would be really stagnant to be in this kind of thoughts, this card suggests that it might be time to create a bit of chaos in your life. It will activate healing. Do the unexpected, mix life up a bit. So this is talking about going to the new chapter or seeing new things, and this is a new beginning. There is some kind of chaos even here. The universe wants me to move with the divine plans. Yeah, like this is some kind of lucky catch of the day. It's almost like this awakening happens one day, like that, like it is like only thing you could be wise about to prevent some bad thing happening. Like you foresee something and you take measure that the mouses are not going to destroy your house. For example, I've heard like when there is like there was this films I end up looking because of the LA fires. It was said like then the fire comes after the house is destroyed, like this tornado, like it would be like a completely mess. Then the natural animals like the predators are destroyed, and then comes the rat problem. After the fire destruction come actually the houses. If they're not burned down by the fire, the rats will come to eat everything. So it's kind of like a no boundaries, kind of like no walls anymore, and then all the mouses come to destroy it. So there's like a double harm happening. And this is advice to that person is able to see this harm coming and able to like rescue the things. But this creates, of course, challenges, big challenges. Even indeed like a you have another situation in your hand. Like this is it is not easy thing you are having, for sure. Relationships are like complicated. It looks like this reading shows this too. You wanted to, I mean, it's getting very late. Maybe I should not get any more. I get one more this kind of card. Maybe I don't read it. I just show what kind of Egyptian card we get there, because this is for Chandru. Anubis, surrender, shaman, enlightened heart. Okay, this is the Hangman card. Interestingly, which is very similar in this deck. I got in one reading. I'm gonna show you this card. Maybe you recognize this is a Tree of Life, and Anubis hangs there to get the deeper insight. It's like this kind of Odin hanging from a tree there, this kind of going deeper. And maybe that came in that reading of the Leo, came actually this card together with this card, and it came even upside down, and this happens to be the same as you got now about what is the divine timing. and that is very time related. This, if it's upside down, it is that this came now here. That's 9 months. That is the card of like a kind of birth happens in 9 months. It can take like a 9 month. So maybe understand like it is really like a ripening is happening here, going deeper. You can just like mature, having another perspective. That's chaotic feelings, even like feeling like your world is upside down, like a house go upside down in the storm. But there you see like, oh my god, the house is now full of mouses. We have to get rid of this. You start to see like what is actually, the storm comes, you become like a hero, like, okay, now I actually do this action, this action, because things are happening here. But the whole reading is saying like there has to have some shake up, that this kind of reaction start to happen, that you start to react with each other, because you are like in too stable, like in a pot, like just like in this kind of pottery, like hiding from each other. You have to like start activating this energy. I mean, I think I put this in the end now because it's getting complicated for me to understand all this, but maybe this made sense. But there is some kind of like a divine shakeup is needed, but this surrender, you have to like accept this kind of change. The change is needed, and it can just happen one day. The awakening happens one day, like, oh wow, heureka, like it can come in a conversation even. These people should have some kind of interaction that can shake this kind of deeper truths to the surface. And it can looks like the storm, obviously. When you like, I think like really that's a scary part, the confrontation, but it is needed. If you want to have any deeper connection, you have to be able to like be in this kind of like a energy. Like it was said in one reading that you have to have the presence with other person, not to avoid, but have the sacred space, share the sacred space to share deeper truths. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I think now I have to stop because it's almost 3 hours. I've been busy here. Really, I cannot be more. But thank you for watching this. This was a Twin Flame Journey reading. I hope it was giving anybody who was watching some answers. And see you next Sunday. Thank you for being here. Bye.